This weekend, we're gonna have Popplio Comm Day in Pokemon Go, which is exciting. It's the final starter of this generation. So I'm excited to clean this up, get into the shinies and the top tips to help you guys max out. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Popplio Comm Day in Pokemon Go, Saturday, August 31st from 2 until 5 p.m. is where you're going to check it out. And not only that, from 5 until 10 p.m., you're going to be able to raid Brione to be able to get more Popplio spawning. So this event is going to be fun, and it does have the bonus of 3 times catch XP. So if you guys are out there and you can hit excellent throws on these Popplio, they're going to be easier to catch. They should help you guys out. You're going to want to use lucky eggs during this time, which we will talk about in our tips. Not only that, we have multiple bonuses going on. We are going to have increased Popplio spawns. They're pretty much going to be everywhere that you can catch Pokemon, and the spawn density is increased as well, which makes it even better. Obviously, you're going to get the shiny chances that are heavily increased. Comm Day is one of the best chances to be able to get a Shundo, so please make sure not to overlook these scenarios. There are going to be 3-hour lore modules, 3-hour incenses, except the daily incense. You will have 2 times catch candy, 2 times the likelihood of getting XL candy for trainers level 31 and up. There will be a 50% reduction in trade costs. So if you are looking to swap a shiny, preferably with the best friend, now would be the best time to do so if it is not registered in your decks. Just as a reminder, if it is registered in your decks, it's only going to be 800 for best friends. I would highly suggest you guys do not trade with anybody that is not at least an ultra friend, because it's going to be very expensive. And if it's a brand new friend, and it's going to be incredibly expensive, 1 million Stardust. And even if they drop that down to 500,000, that's still a ton of Stardust, guys. I don't like that situation, but if you guys need to, it's your game. And you are going to be able to get 1 extra special trade for a grand total of 3. And just as a reminder, guys, we do get 2 special trades for this season. And then on September 3rd, that is going to be when we switch over. And so if you guys do need to do that, please use one of those 3 trades on a Pikachu with a costume without the shiny, because by acquiring that costume without the shiny, and that you already have, hopefully, a shiny Pikachu caught at some point in your career, and this works for any Pokemon with a costume shiny like this, and you have the regular one as a shiny, you have to get the costume into your decks, and then you trade for the shiny costume, and it costs you so much less Stardust. It's a great Stardust workaround hack when trying to get shiny costumes. And the Comm Day move is going to be Hydro Cannon. And then at the same time, they're introducing a new move into Primarina, which is going to be Sparkling Aria. And this move seems to be just pretty similar to that Hydro Cannon in Pokemon Go. However, this one won't require an Elite TM after the day, but if you don't evolve with the Hydro Cannon, it will need to have an Elite Charge TM. So with that said, let's get into our top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip 1 is all about getting ready for this event. So number 1, clear out your bag. I want you guys to at least have 500 spots if you have the max capacity to be able to do so. Doesn't have to be a max bag space, but at least, you know, if you're still in that free-to-play and you only have about 500 spaces, obviously you can't clear out every Pokemon, so you have to make this relatively relative. So in that situation, I would clear at least 100, but if you have around a couple thousand, having at least 500 is going to be very beneficial. Preferably, you would be in and around 1,000. That would really benefit you guys to have the most play available, to not have to keep going into your bag and deleting Pokemon. Going into your bag takes up time, it takes away from XP, it takes away from shinies, it takes away from potential Shundos, so you don't want to do that. So ask yourself the question, do I need this Pokemon? What will I do with this Pokemon? Could it be a future PvP Pokemon? Is it a Pokemon that I will use for PvP, or is it a PvE attacker Pokemon? Or do people want this as a trade leverage Pokemon? And all that added up will definitely be a part of this gameplay. So please make sure to take advantage of that. Not only that, you want to have as many great balls as possible. I don't think that I would really go too much into my ultra balls here, but if you want to, you can. Reason being is that great balls are going to help you catch them faster, which means you're going to get more Stardust, and it's not going to turn you down. Also, I don't even think that you need any pineapple berries or any type of berries. The only thing I would have for you guys is a couple golden raspberries. When you get a shiny, just give it a golden raspberry, hit it with an excellent curveball, great ball throw, and that will pretty much guarantee a catch on those Pokemon. And not only that, guys, where are you going to play this event? Are you going to play in a downtown area, which is what I would prefer if you have available to you, that you can hit the Pokestops, and that as you do complete these Pokestops in maybe the grind route, that's a big oval, a big square, a circle, whatever that situation is, that you can make your way outside of this situation. because once you make yourself outside, then you can keep completing Pokestops and Pokestops and Pokestops, and that will help you maximize in the game. And let's not forget, once it hits midnight on Friday, please do not complete any field research tasks that you're going to want to complete during this time, because if you do so, these tasks will not change over to the Comm Day tasks, which can yield you Great Balls, Ultra Balls, Stardust, Pineapple Berries, and most importantly, the encounters to potentially get you the Shundo. And then 30 minutes beforehand, I would suggest you guys do not catch any of these Pokemon, because if you do catch Pokemon, when the hour switches over, those Pokemon could potentially become the shiny Popplio. And so if you do catch those, they're not going to be there anymore. And obviously, if it is going to be rainy weather, I hope it's not, but if it's maybe raining in the area, or it's going to be raining soon, you could experience some rainy weather, which we will talk about how that's going to affect IVs and what megas to use in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is all you need is a Water Mega. Water Mega active right as the day starts. That's going to help you optimize the XL candy as long as you have it as a Mega level 3. So whatever Water Mega level 3 you have, please use so. The best to use is going to be Primal Kyogre. Reason being is because Primal Kyogre not only covers water, it's also going to cover the bug as well as the electric. So if there were any Pokemon happen to spawn throughout the event and you do want to capitalize on those and get some more XL candy, that would be a great way to do so. So as soon, or I guess right before the event starts, you don't even have to wait because you get 8 hours on the Mega. That's when you're going to do the Mega Evolution. Not only that, let's talk about the research task and the IVs of this Pokemon. So as far as catching 100% IV Popplio in the wild, the only guaranteed CP that you would have is going to be 967. The reason being is 967 would be at a level 30 without the weather boost. However, if it is raining in the game, that 967 could be, but is not guaranteed anymore. The guaranteed will be 1048 at a level 35, because rainy weather, or the complementary weather condition, is going to boost that Pokemon all the way to level 35. So please make sure to take advantage of that when you have that opportunity. And let's talk about PvP IVs. Well, Primarina in the Great League right now is 391. May not be the best quality Pokemon for the Great League, but the 100% IVs is going to be a 0, 15, 14. And just as a reminder, Hydro Cannon is not accounted for here. In the Ultra League, it's a rank 277 at a 2, 15, 13. Once again, not accounted for, but it's best ranked in the Master League at rank 122 with the move recommendation of Charm, Disarming Voice, and then it will be Hydro Cannon, and I can't wait to see where it will sit once it does get this, because having Fairy and a strong water move is going to be advantageous here. And last but not least, we're talking about the field research. It's going to be 483 for the Popplio at level 15. So that's everything you need to know about the IVs, and then when you're out there, please use the skip animation trick to catch as many of these as possible, and please try to throw as many excellent curveball throws as possible, because that's going to yield you the most XP. You're going to need 6 lucky eggs to help you capitalize on this event. And just as a reminder, guys, the incense is going to last for 3 hours. You can do 24 hours worth of incense if you want to keep grinding or you want to keep going. Or you could just do 3 and get a grand total of 9 hours. The 9 hours will help you go pretty much all the way until you go to sleep. So with that said, now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be post-event. Well, at 5 o'clock, remember, you guys can evolve this Pokemon, and you want to. I would say to get probably like 3 to 4 of the Primarina with the Hydro Cannon moveset in the Shiny. It's going to be valuable for trades for some people, especially if it does rank really well in the Master League. Some people may want to use it for their team. That's great. Then if you want to trade your Pokemon, you can trade these Pokemon and try to get lucky hundos, because that will make sure to do so. But please make sure to do all 3 of your special trades, even if you're just swapping a shiny Popplio from the day with a person randomly in the community. That is going to at least complete those and potentially get you a lucky shiny Popplio, which could potentially come out to good IVs. So that's one thing. Not only that, guys, remember that Popplio can spawn if you complete the 4-star Brione raids. If you don't want to do more than one, I suggest doing at least one of these, because it will add to your unique completed raid medal. So you want to do that at least once. But if you want to keep going, remember, 30 minutes after you complete the raid, you will be able to get spawns of Popplio in a 300-meter radius around the gym. And if you're going after this Pokemon, use electric as well as grass types to take it down the fastest. And the IVs will be 1077 at level 20, or if it's going to be rainy weather, 1346 at level 25. So either of those conditions are going to help you benefit, and please make sure to go out there, catch as many of these as possible. That's the name of the game. And I would suggest not burying these Pokemon, because berries berries are going to slow you down. So that's going to do everything that we need to know about Popplio, Comm Day, and Pokemon Go. Good luck out there, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, as always, to all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to X level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.